We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could've happened or what could've been. We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could've happened or what could've been. We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could've happened or what could've been. We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what.
Hey, you all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey. Y'all, thank you so much for joining the podcast. I'm so sorry. I came in a little bit late. Slow motion. Okay. So, the whole time I think I've been going live, I wasn't. Bear with me because I'm actually doing this podcast live as a host and I'm also in production. So, I'm learning that I really like production. I apologize again because we were supposed to start at 9 and we're just starting right now. But and I'm also going to only be the only host, but I do have somebody here with me tonight, and me and her have been talking for a while, and I think that we all could benefit from some conversation with her, and that's all it is today, y'all. That's all I wanted to do. I don't have any guests showing up today. I will in the future. I got a lot of male guests showing up, and I'm so grateful for everybody who checked in as a male host. Guest. Wow. Like the male interaction that I had with some of you is unbelievable. Like it gave me a new respect for men as a whole. If y'all got issues hearing me, let me know, please. It's bad. Is it? Yeah, I realize that here. Like where I am, the um the internet is not as good as I like it to be. And I was asked to do this podcast. Um so I was actually hoping that one of the other hosts would be a lot more active, but she did have something going on tonight, so she couldn't be. But let me know, is it real bad to the point where y'all can't hear me or what? But anyway, tonight that's all it's going to be. We just checking in. There's no guest tonight. Well, there is a guest tonight, excuse me, but there is not a male guest like how we would normally set up, and it's only me as the host, and I'm also working in production. So just bear with me, okay? Um, what is it? Is it that bad, y'all? Because if it is, I'll just go live. Let me know. Let me go to the comments. Oh, thank you, Tajay. Tajay said my audio is good. Thank you because I was scared. I know this been gonna be a struggle without my normal people on here for production. All right, so tonight we do have Rhonda. A lot of y'all may know her as another name, but me and Rhonda has been friends for years, and she's been through quite a bit. And me and her go just converse back and forth. If you want to jump side of the chat, because if you want to come in and you just want to talk about how your day was, how your year was, let us know. That's all we doing. We just chilling out, having a little conversation with each other, y'all. That's all it is. Just come through. Let's talk. All right. So without further ado, let me add Rhonda to the stage. Hello, Miss Rhonda. We've been talking all this time, and
Hey, how you doing?
hey, so I was just telling them how tonight how we just having normal conversation, and that me and you have already had a lot of conversation about things that have happened to us, within our lives and our past. And anybody who want to come up, I dropped the link in the chat. Please feel free. That's what it's about tonight, y'all. It's not all formal and all, it's no biggie. Um, Even if you don't want to show your face like you normally do, Rhonda don't plan on cutting on her camera, which is fine with me. Um,
No,
come
I
up.
can cut it on
Let's talk, man.
soon as I cut the door to turn off. My thing get
Oh yeah, she
disconnected.
did. Yeah, we in the country, so y'all know we got internet issues, right? So yeah, if you just want to come on again, the link is in the chat. You can do so anytime you get ready. So Rhonda, so like, I mean, what's up? How you feeling right now?
I'm okay right now. I'm just relaxing. When I took the kids out today for the first time in a long
Okay,
time. Yes. When I'm okay other than that.
that was nice. That was nice.
Yep.
That was nice. I had my birthday is tomorrow, so my family did have a
Oh,
cookout that I
happy
did not get
birthday
to
to you,
enjoy.
Pi-
Right. Thank you. Yes, Pisces in the building. Y'all know. And so I'm feeling a little frustrated with that, because I would have loved to enjoy being outside with my brothers and stuff. So that's what's going on with me right now. Tell us about how y'all feeling right now. What's going on with you? What's going on in your mind and your space right now, mentally, emotionally. I'm feeling a little anxious right now because of the podcast. Rhonda was nervous, but she okay now because she realized what it
So,
was.
for a little minute, but now I'm okay. I guess I'll be all right.
Yeah, she
I'm
okay
always
now.
all right.
Yeah, so just check in, y'all. Whenever you again, the link is in the comments. I'll drop it in there again. All right, so Rhonda, we was talking about earlier. Me and you was talking about earlier, like what almost took your behind out in 2023, or the latter years, the years before. Tell us what almost did you in.
Me losing someone that always is there for me for a long time that took me out of everything that I've been through in life, bringing me to a person to be like a mother again to my kids, and basically like just the struggle, like being away from your kids and being in and out of jail, doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, having the wrong friends around, and that you thought that was there for you and they just there for themselves, stuff like that. Like I tell anyone, like when I lost him, it was like me really mentally losing myself, but then I had to bounce back because he wouldn't want that to happen to me. Like he already always made it seem like I have kids, and no matter what, my kids always before anything. So it's basically like after I
Right,
lost him, it was like I don't know, I was like trying to get myself back together, but now I'm finally back to myself. Thank God. I think my aunt
mm-hmm.
Sonia, most definitely my grandmother, is still living to this day. Like I just thank them to the fullest, and definitely to his
Right,
family. Because no matter what, he's dead and gone, but his family
right. And
still
so
has
she's talking about
more, still
right,
have
and
my
so
back.
Rhonda's talking about her significant other that she lost. When you lose somebody, that they really mean a lot to you. And but what I want to ask you is like, why you felt like you weren't a mother before then?
Cause back then, I made bad choices. Everybody makes bad choices. Everyone.
Hmm.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's different. But one thing about me, I was a person that,
Hmm.
regardless of what I do, my kids was always first in my life. I might not was there under them, supporting them or none of that, but I always make sure they was good eating, clothes on their back, a house to live in, everything. But then it's like now they're older and like you
Cause
have some family. You have some family members that will, tell them they'll be somewhere and they'll listen to things like that, and then they'll let me know, like, "Ma, you ain't used to do that, 'cause they used to say you used to do this." Oh, dang, like bringing stuff around kids that not supposed to be talked about around kids. But now it's like y'all are better than anybody else, but
Mhm.
y'all wasn't then back then to make my kids feel like I was a unfit mother. But my kids never been in no type of DSS custody. I never beat on my kids. I never treat them no type of way. I don't care. I used to even go to jail for stealing for my kids. Like, it was always about them, regardless of what I did in the streets. It was about my kids, 100%. I might left them, but they still
Mhm.
was good.
All right, so let
Everything
me
I did was for my kids.
Rhonda, so let me jump in right quick because like I feel like sometimes as moms, like we think like clothing our kids and feeding our kids and stuff is like enough, but sometimes it be like they mental that really need a lot of care, you know what I'm saying? And to take care of. But I also um I also realize that it sounds like you still got a lot of pain, within you from maybe um what you lost as far as your significant other, and the relationship you're trying to grow again with your kids. Like all of us as moms, because I do have kids that were in DSS, and I even lost my son. And some of y'all may already notice who know me. I lost him in 2021 to suicide, and I never really got the chance to really know him, and it really messed me up. It really messed me up
Yeah.
because for some reason I always assumed that I would have the opportunity to see him one day. For some reason, I felt like that. I felt like
But you know why,
when I
cuz?
get that
'Cause listen,
opportunity, he gonna see a great person, But that didn't happen, and
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like, it just made me realize I had to pause for a second because it made me realize that how important this mental health thing is because kids don't always just need, and from my understanding, he was treated really
You know
well.
what? I
They don't always
understand. I
need like
understand what you coming from.
the luxuries of
Yep.
life to be
And I
taken care of.
understand that as well. Because my daughter, she's going through that right now, being that people would judge me or her because I have a grandbaby that will be one next month. She had her baby when she was fit. Well, she had my grandson when she was 15. She's 16 now, so she's going through the same thing as well now, like suicide or postpartum depression, because she feels like nobody's there for her because she
Right.
has a baby. Everybody's against her and stuff like that. But like I told her, like, at the end of the day, you can't worry about nobody. Long as I got your back and
Yeah.
you got your son back, that's all that matters. Like, you got a baby father that doesn't care. Like, any man can do a female wrong. They will throw anything in your face to make you look like you are a bad person, a bad mom. Don't let that get beside
Mm-hmm.
you. Like, never hurt yourself because you got a
Right.
whole
Rhonda,
child.
that's so true. So I
Yeah.
did this thing, right? I don't know, like you might want to try it too, Rhonda. I don't know if you want to, but I did this thing where I went online and I did the mental health quiz from the CDC. I thought it was so cool.
Uh
And
huh.
so I got it on the screen right now. If any one of y'all wanna like go to
Yeah.
the link or whatever and try it out, just so you done it?
No, I seen the link now. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it kind
cause
of give you an idea
I
with
don't got no iPhone.
yeah, it kind of
I
give you
got an I got an Android now. You gotta let me take my
me
little
too.
time.
I love Android. Me too. I'm
I
an
don't got no Siri. I don't got
girl.
no
I'm an
Siri. Like
Android
I tell
girl.
my
I
children,
love.
When they be all in the house about Siri, turn the lights off. I said, oh, y'all can see Siri turn the lights off. It says Siri found my phone.
Them children
But
was
yeah,
doing it
okay.
too. I mean, they use that Siri up. Yeah. So anyway,
Okay, so
if
I see
anybody
the
want to try it, I
blue
thought that was so
queen.
cool because it kind of give you an idea whether or not. Dang, them slides is moving. I'm not even moving the slides, y'all. They doing that. But I thought that it would be so cool to have something to put up that people can just kind of look at and get an idea because I realize that people think that mental illness and mental health is the same thing and it's not. It truly is different. Mental health, yeah, mental health
And it's
is
not.
your general
It's
state of
not.
well-being and the state of mind, something that should be looked after always,
Mm-hmm.
continuously. And mental illness is
Mm-hmm.
something that disrupts your mental state and interrupts how you feel, think, communicate, and behave. This is more like depression disorder and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And I've learned so much since being in classes. A lot of things happen to you. We taught to like try to be strong or like things that don't even make sense. Lean on your higher power and they'll see you through. Yeah, but your higher power also wants you to, work through the things that you need to work through with the people that is provided here to do that for you, like your counselors
Exactly.
and so on and so forth. So it's nothing wrong with getting those counseling services or whatever you need to help you. And I've been at counseling for so long. It's been about a good 4 years. And so I think I don't know how to
But I
necessarily let
just
it go
I
yet.
just started
So what?
the counseling. I just
You
started
say,
my counseling.
oh, you just, that's cool. That's
Mm-hmm.
cool. All right. So you're doing grief counseling?
Yeah,
That's so
me and my
good.
kids we
Yeah,
all together.
that is really good because I think the only way, yeah, that's so good. Like, and my kids also do counseling because I feel like the only way for you to like raise healthy kids is if you that is very hard. I wish that we could have had a male to step in at least in the audience because I wanna really um put out there that men go through a lot of what we go through also, mentally and emotionally, and we don't know that because we women. You know what I'm saying? We only know what we go through
Exactly.
mentally and emotionally. Like your old man had things that he probably went through. Say that again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So your old man probably had things that he went through mentally and emotionally as a man, and he couldn't really express those things because a lot of times men are taught not to. Which is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. Um, and so that's why I got a lot of male guests to come in because man, it's unbelievable the overwhelming things that they have to deal with, and nobody's there to really push them through like how it is with women. Like we got all kind of help services and people that to step in and do these things or take the kids for a little while or whatever, and and with men,
Exactly.
sometimes that pain don't stop because they have no way to release
Yeah.
also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing I learned how to do is take care of yourself every day. So what about you?
Every
Like what do you do to take
every
care of
day.
yourself throughout the
I
day?
take care of myself every day. I work or whatever, keep my mind focused and
Hmm?
like when I comes home, I work every night. Well, I work at night. So I keep my mind
Mm.
focused like that, and then when I do come home, I start cooking and stuff like that, cleaning. Like I'm a very clean person now. So when I get to my little stage of
Mm.
stuff like that, I'll start cleaning like even things that I don't even gotta clean. I'll just clean
Oh
just to
wow.
keep my mind
I need
focused
you.
and going.
Girl, I need you. You just clean just to clean. But
You sound like my best friend. She, she said you be
but so
cleaning
for real,
stuff and
like you
you ain't even
serious? That
gotta
really
clean.
takes care of you, like working?
Yeah, I work late night, like, cause at
Right.
night I don't really
But
sleep
no,
like
but that really
that.
helps you for real to
I
just
work at
clean.
night, then when I get, huh?
Rhonda, so you saying that
Cause
really do help you to go to work and clean. I can't believe that. I just don't believe it.
yeah, yep, I clean,
Huh?
work, and cook. That's all I clean, work, and cook.
Wow. And that makes you
Yes,
feel good,
ma'am.
or do you think that that's like putting you in a state
No, it just take me
of
through like
digression
my
so you don't really
anxiety.
have to
Yeah, it just take me basically like through my anxiety. Yeah.
okay. Well, I guess. So like how you think it affect your kids when your old man passed away? Or and then you can tell them how he passed if you want to. If that's okay with you.
Oh yeah, they know how he passed away, but sometimes like they'll be like we'll do things and they'll be like, man, mom, we wish Mo was here, or ain't nothing like him being here, like ain't nothing gonna be the same without him. And I'm like telling them like sometimes
Mhm.
when they come from school, they'll be like, "Bob, can we walk?" 'Cause he's right there across the street from where we live, very across the street. So they be like, "Ma, can we walk to the
Mhm.
graveyard?" And I'll be like, "No, y'all don't need to walk there because I'd rather go with y'all." And they be like, "Oh ma, you always say you'll go, but you'll never go. You always go by yourself." So I was like, "Yeah, it's the reason why I go by myself because I don't want them to see me break down. I'd rather do it while I'm by myself." So when they be willing to go, I make sure it's like them or
Right. But I mean
his
you could tell the
his son.
audience how he passed. Oh sorry.
Well, yeah. So they understand. They understand a
Right.
whole lot though.
But I was
But it's just like sometimes they go through there like, "Ma, he ain't coming to you yet." And I'd be like, "No, he didn't visit me yet because he know I'm like, if he come to me, he'll probably scare me or something like that, and he'll feel fear for like my heart or
right.
something like that. He haven't come to me since he
Oh
left, so
wow.
yeah.
Oh wow. But I was saying if you wanted to tell the audience like how he passed away, if you wanted to.
He was in a bad car accident. Yeah, he lost control of his car. If you wanted to, he was in a bad car
I'm
accident.
so sorry. That's a double sound, y'all. It's out of my thing. Yeah, that it really had bothered me so much when they hear you say that about the way he passed. So that's why I was saying that. And you had just saw him. I remember you saying that you just saw him, and then well, you didn't even get to see him before he passed, though, right?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Everybody was telling me he was home, but I didn't get a chance to see him. Yeah.
Hey, moderator. Moderator just came in. She just coming in. All right, y'all. So I dropped the link. I mean, if y'all want to come in and tell us about how your day was, here. Hello, sorry for bothering you. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I missed this comment, y'all. Let's see what she said. Not right now. That's one of those bots. I thought it was something. All right. So anyway, yeah. So again, I'm so grateful that you came in talk about what was going on with you. Gave us a little rundown of what happened to you throughout the year because boy, it's been a rough couple years. I think for all of us since COVID hit, y'all. Whew,
Ma'am.
it's been rough.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
been really rough since COVID hit for all of us. I really think a whole lot happened, especially with the children. Because I find myself I was substituting at the high school right here in my hometown. And in my mind, I'm just doing it as a job. And everybody who know me know I love kids, so your kids are safe with me. So it's a perfect
uh-huh.
job, it's close and everything. But just recently, I ended up taking the paraprofessional testing because I realized how important it is um, to be around, for kids emotionally and mentally since I started being at that school. Like seriously, I didn't realize how important that was. Like, and it
Yep,
make me even treat my boys a lot different than I have been because I realized that another adult in a child's life helped them so much. Like we have no idea. Like you have no idea what your kids go through at school. And I let my kids do something that's called a mental health day.
exactly.
You let your kids do that too?
Hmm.
Yeah, I let my
Yeah,
kids
and
take
then my
off.
daughter, she went to the other day. She was like, "Mom, they wanted to take me out of the cause she's in speech class. So she like, Mom,
Okay.
they want to take me out of speech class, but I don't think I'm ready for that because I'm going to these big words now, and and I'm like, well, maybe because your language probably a little better and your grades done gotten like to the average of where you don't belong in speech no more. And she was like, nah, my average is supposed to be
Mm.
like 95, 100. I'm like, well, okay then. Well, maybe they don't want you to be, they want to make sure. She's like, well, ma, I'm okay, but I still think I need speech a little bit. So I understand it a whole
Wow.
lot.
Yeah. So she know. But yes. Yeah. And then like with my kids with the mental health day, like some days they just don't be feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like some days like school is just something that's overbearing. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this community. Like I swear I cannot wait until my kids really move. Until we really move and they're in a different environment where it's more diversity in the school. Because I've learned with these black schools, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything. Hey, moderator, thank you. Yeah. So, in the black community, schools where it's predominantly black, it's like our babies be suffering, man. Our babies be suffering. Like, let them don't have the latest Jordans on or the coolest, clothes on or whatever. They get ragged. They get tore up for the things that they wear in the school, and that wears on a kid mental health already. Especially a kid that don't care about that because now they're forced to act a certain way that they probably really are not. And that's very damaging. I think Rhonda drop off, y'all. And that's very damaging for a kid. They don't want to be put in that situation where they are forced to be somebody that they're not. But you don't have a choice a lot of times in the black schools. Now the school that they were at, it was really versatile, and it had a good mixture of different races. And for my kids, that was good because excuse me, y'all, sorry. And for my kids, that was good because I mean, nobody care. It should be like that. Nobody should care about what you got on, and as long as you clean, and you healthy, that should be the only thing that matters. But those schools also offered a lot more things than these smaller schools do. And I realize it's the Title I schools. For those of you who don't know what that means the schools that don't have a whole lot of money to invest inside of certain things that's within the school are the schools that's suffering with that. So anyway, let me move on to something else. Again, this is a mental health day. It's not so much about me. I'm just running my mouth. If y'all want to come in, talk about your day, moderator, if you want to come in, Rhonda back, and talk about your day so what happened the year. Because I sure had a heck of a year, okay? It was awful. Can somebody help Don? There's a lot of people asking me how to get in. Like they messaging me through Messenger. And I don't want them backstage. Can you help them get in for me? Please? Y'all, I'm so sorry. Let me text something in the chat right quick. Or if somebody know how to get in, can y'all like share the link or something that it'll help other people get in? Thank y'all so much too for the people that we already have here. I thank y'all for sticking around.
Yeah,
Again, I love the
my
Lord.
phone keep going in and out.
It's all good, girl. It's all good. No stress. On this mental health podcast, there's no stress. We just
None.
good, you know? Like we just laid
We
back.
just vibing. We vibing. You
Yeah,
lucky
that's
I
it.
ain't put no old school music on in the background. Little Tuck.
You could have. You could have.
Yeah.
You definitely could have. So, but yeah, no, like the year I had was unbelievable for me. 2023 was so. Ooh, 2023 did some damage to me mentally and emotionally to the point where, in a good way, sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, it's a few more people want to get through. If y'all end up looking at this later, thank you so much for trying to get through. I can't be the one to just help you right now. I don't feel like that's fair to the other people who's watching. I don't want to stop and do that. I'm so sorry. But yeah, like 2023, 2021, 2, and 3 has done some damage to me. It's to the point where y'all, I'm okay with being single. Like I don't even know how to even step out here. I'm not gonna lie. And I think that's a good thing for me because I've always been in relationships. I've always been, in situationships. And so I think 2023 was the first year that I really learned that it's okay to be single and by myself and be happy. And I love it. Like I love it to the point where I don't know how to give somebody an and also on the flip side of that, 2023 and 2022, I went through me and my kids went through a lot. Let's just say that some things that I don't know that I'm prepared to talk about yet. But my kids have seen some things that I don't think we're in Colombia, and my kids have seen things that I don't think that kids should see at a certain age because of the situations that we were in then. I'm still not in the best situation, I feel like, but I am working on it. 2023 really caused me to really look at my life for real, and stop thinking that I want to curse. Stop thinking that stuff is really good and it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking that everything is good because my kid's okay, or I can afford to do this with them and afford to do that. In reality, um, there was a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's still a lot going on with my kids. There's still a lot of relationships I feel like I have to repair, and grow within my kids. But it's a lot better now, emotionally. We still have our moments, but it has done some damage. I mean, I don't know. Another time. And then I've even went through situations where I'm the type of person where I let people just kind of do anything sometimes to me because I just rather not fight the situation. And I was forced to stand up in certain situations, financial situations where money is constantly being taken away from me, like probably the majority of moms, or people, and not even realize that my financial situation is not great. Just facing that, like being for real with myself, like, bro, you is broke. Like you are really broke out here. If you don't already have your own home, and you're maintaining bills and your kids, you might really be broke. And for a long time, I try to fight to be the entrepreneur, right? I wanna live that entrepreneur lifestyle. And for a little while I did. I don't know what's happening. I want to cut my phone off because I don't like this. It make me feel bad. I'm so sorry to the people that's trying to get in. Thank you so much. I know that you're trying, and that's good enough for me. That made me feel so good. But for a long time, I tried to live this entrepreneur lifestyle, and chasing that money. And I realized as a mom, and some of you moms may be against what I'm about to say, and that's okay because you might be doing it really well. on your end. But as far as me as a mom, I realized that the entrepreneur stuff gotta go on the back burner. You know, I step out and did this podcast and invest some money in this podcast because I was asked to do so. And again, in the future, I feel like I'll probably be doing lives after I finish the few episodes that I got lined up with men, because I really don't have the time to invest in this properly. But that when you got kids and you got to take care of those kids financially, mentally, and emotionally, that means that your time for being an entrepreneur, if you're not successful at it, might need to be put on hold, you know, so you can actually produce finances for those kids in the correct way. Um, yeah, because I feel like that's what happened to me a lot throughout my life. I had kids very young. I think I had my first child at 14 or 15 years old, and I never really had an adult life. I'm sorry, I never really had a childhood, and I mean that. Like, you know, the small childhood that I possibly had is faded because more of that was my adulthood where I had to be a mom, you know, and it wasn't proper because I still was trying to be a kid, of course, while having children. Um, and all of that affects your mental health. For a long time, I have been really, really mentally drained and depressed for a really long time. And all of those pictures I look back at that I've taken on Facebook and smiling, you know, and looking good, most of those times I was depressed and I was in a really bad space. And it made me erase all those pictures too. You know, 2023 made me erase all those pictures because I feel like they're fake. I feel like right now I'm at my best self mentally. I'm at my best self emotionally, you know, and maybe not physically, you know, but that takes time, you know, as long as you're working on yourself bit by bit. That's what really truly matters, you know, at the end of the day. You know, and if you have kids, whether you're a single mom or dad, it's so important that you take time out for you. Like, you cannot raise these kids in a healthy way unless you are working on the things within you. And it's hard. It's hard to find that balance, but you have to. You know, you have to so you can be the best part of yourself. Give them the best part of you, you know? And it's a daily task, I swear. And some of them gonna get what they need from you, and some of them may get what they need from other people. But as long as you're doing what you need to do as a parent, I think that's so important, you know, for your kids, definitely. But um, I don't know. I think nobody knows pain, and everybody feel like this. You feel like you don't know pain more than yourself. You know, you don't. I feel like I know pain more than anybody else, and you feel like you know pain more than anybody else because of the things you personally endure. And boy, have I been through a lot of pain and hurt, you know, and trauma. Um, but not healing those things have caused me to go in circles, you know, and I don't want anybody else to do that. I don't want anybody to feel like being strong, although you went through trauma, and not getting counseling, but leaning on your higher power and saying your higher power going to fix it and all that. That doesn't fix things. That does not fix it. You're going through the proper things you need to go through to heal. Counseling, um, you can do some self-healing and shadow work. And if you don't know what that is, it's so important that you look that up, you know, um, because that's the only real way to heal. You know, other than that, what you're doing is putting a bandage on an infected wound. I really feel like that, emotionally and mentally, you know, so it's never really healed. You still have that infection there and you're faking it. You're walking around with a smile. When you get around other people, you're acting like everything is okay. In reality, you are effed up mentally. You are effed up mentally. And guess what? It shows up. It shows up. That's why I got this saying. And I don't know if I stole it or what. But I have this saying that you can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to everyone else. Or you can lie to everyone else, but you cannot lie to yourself. It's all in the same. Because that's true. Because at the end of the day, you still got to come home to you. You still got to come home and your mental madness, whatever you're dealing with mentally, that don't go away. It don't go away. Matter of fact, it get worse when you hiding it because you only as sick as the secrets that you keep, you know? So if you're secretly dying inside emotionally, mentally, under depression, and you know it, I feel for you. I really do, and I mean that sincerely because I've been there and I know what that feels like. I know how painful it is. I know that you feel like one day it's gonna be lifted and just be over, but it really shows up in other areas of your life, especially if you have kids. It shows up in them, you know. Or other people see it and they won't even tell you about it. People can see that you sick mentally and emotionally and won't even tell you about it. You know, and maybe not in a bad way. You know, I feel like a lot of people didn't come to me and tell me about the things that they seen in me because they feel like they didn't want to hurt me or they didn't understand where I was because I've lost so much. I don't know how to say it to her, you know. And in reality, I would have appreciated that, you know, if somebody would have came to me and said, "You need help. You need to stop this, and you need to go get some counseling, sis." You know, because it would have helped me, you know. But I'm grateful that it happened when it did. I'm grateful that it happened when it did. I wish it would have happened a lot sooner for me, but I'm grateful that it happened at all because I've seen right now where some people have suffered in their mental depression, don't even know that they're depressed. They don't know what that looks like, you know, because it's so hidden, you know, it's so hidden. It can look regular. It can look so normal. It can look like you getting up every day, going to work, coming home, you know, smiling with everybody at work, coming home, cleaning up the house, feeding the kids, and going to sleep. It can look like that. In reality, you tore up. You tore up. And you know it, you know. Nobody else might not know, but you know. And that's the suffer part. That's when you're suffering. Who is this? Hi. Yep. So that's the part where you're suffering, and that's really the part that needs a whole lot of help. You know, what goes on behind the scenes that nobody really knows about. So anyway, I hope I've touched some people tonight, and helped some people a great deal. Because again, I say, you know, that nobody don't know what depression looks like and pain looks like. I do, you know, and I still got my things that I'm dealing with mentally and emotionally, and I'll continue to work on those things because it feels better to work on them than to stay in them. It feels better to work on them than it does to stay in them. Because I am raising little women and I'm raising men. I don't know how. Whew, I don't know how these people trust me with their lives, you know, but they do. And I'm grateful. Whoever created this, they trust me with little people all over again. They do this thing all over again. And I'm grateful. And I'm going to do my best at it. And that means me being healthy mentally. If that's what it's going to take, then I'm going to do it. You know, and I hope y'all feel the same, you know. And if you still want to come in, I got a few more minutes. I'm going to be here. Other than that, I'm taking off this lipstick, honey, and I'm going to bed. If you want to come in the chat, this would be a good time now. I'll drop the link again. Rhonda done left me. I think she got a little nervous, y'all, but I really wanted y'all to hear her story from the beginning, the way she told me, because she was a little bit all over the place. But that's okay. I mean, that happens, you know, when you're really trying to give people your story and you feel like people watching you in the process. Because she has also endured a lot. And me and Rhonda real cool because she got a set of twins that's the same age as mine. So yeah, I thought that was so cool. Me and her got cool a couple years ago when I was in my running days and doing absolutely stupid stuff, although I had kids. Um, like so many of us. But this would be a good time. I dropped the link in the chat if you want to come in. Again, I'm only going to be in here for a few more minutes because I've been waiting to do this podcast all night. Let me give y'all the rundown. So, okay, my cousin Tony from Heavenly Cheesecakes decided to sponsor me and allow me, little old me, to create commercials for him. So I will be doing that on this platform, but in the future, I think I'm going to go live with just one guest. I'm not going to use another host. It'll just be me and one guest. So my cousin Tony from Heavenly Cheesecakes in Mount Scorner, man, I'm so grateful. I don't know if you and your wife are watching right now, but thank you so much. They were so generous and nice when I walked from the time I walked through the door, y'all. Okay, I'm not necessarily that experienced with the commercial part. I had somebody else doing this the last time we did the podcast, and they did it very well. So when I came in, he allowed me to take pictures of anything. His wife gave me the cheesecakes for free. I mean, it was just an overwhelming amount of love, and I'm so grateful. Thank y'all so much, and I will not disappoint. Me and another content creator, Joe. I don't know if you're in the building. Thank you so much. We are working on that now, and y'all will get to see that. So you'll get to see Tony commercial running on here from Heavenly Cheesecakes in Mount Scorner. And I mean, that cheesecake was the bomb, okay? Yeah, I don't even eat milk. And I just couldn't help it, bro. It was so good. So y'all got to go check that out. If you haven't already, and I mean, Tony got it laid out to the point where if you actually look up him on Google Maps, it'll take you also to a booking site where you can book him for catering and all types of other stuff, which we will put in the commercial. So you'll see that. We also have other guests coming up that's semi-famous. That his name is really out there. If you will say, and y'all gonna enjoy him because you'll be surprised that people are making good money. Men are making really good money, but still are going through things mentally and emotionally, and it looks like normal stuff, you know. And he actually reached out to me on here. So, and we also have somebody else who has man, he brought me to tears just telling me about his story. So I have 4 male guests so far that I know for a fact that's coming on. And you know, a few others I'm not so sure about yet. I haven't got enough information from them because I do want to bring y'all the best people possible. So in the future, y'all will get to look at that. And we won't have another podcast. I won't have another podcast episode, which will probably be live until the week after next. Because I'm also in school in cybersecurity, and I'm trying to get that done. So my focus is more on that. And yeah. So thank y'all again so much for joining me. The people that last throughout the whole episode, I am so grateful that you trust me again to come in front of this camera and watch me again this year. You know, because yeah, the last podcast was good, but I was depressed then too, just so you know. I was very depressed on those episodes, and I look really good doing it, you know, and that was awful. It's cringe now. I look at it and I'm like, ugh, you were lying. You were lying a lot, you know, and I was. It was fake, you know, but I had to put on a smile and I had to perform, and that's what a lot of us do every day, and it's so harmful. It's so harmful. So anyway, please join us again. Moderator Don Janae, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Rhonda, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on and tell your story at any time, even when we have a guest on, y'all, and you want to come on and talk about your day. That's what the mental health thing is about, just being able to release, get things off of you. I welcome y'all so much. Y'all check out my outro, okay? All right, so I love y'all so much. I thank you for joining us once again. I'm out for the night. I'm going to take this lipstick off, y'all. Love y'all.